That's Kanako's job, not mine. I'll go ahead and have my lunch as planned.
Do you know who you are talking to? You're fired! What? The president?
And Robin, even Masato too.
Everything looks so colorful and delicious again today.
Misaki, you always know how to compliment. Oh, and this carrot? I used the new cutter we just started selling.
As expected of you, Masato. Using company products for your lunch prep. I'm impressed.
I'm Masato, 40 years old, single. I work at a company that sells kitchen tools. So Misaki, did you end up going to the convenience store again today?
Yeah, I overslept big time.
I give my all at work, but enjoy laid-back conversations with my coworkers during breaks. It's a routine I'm pretty content with.
Guess on a low salary, you have to bring lunch every day to make ends meet, huh?
Ugh, she's here. No, actually, I just enjoy cooking. It's a hobby of mine.
Oh, please, spare me the excuses. It's almost enough to bring tears to my eyes, poor thing.
But I still haven't been able to get along with Kanako, the executive's daughter.
It's healthier than eating out, and it saves money, so I think it's a win-win. I guess commoners like you would understand each other. I'm too well off to relate to that.
Is that so? Well, don't mind us. Please go ahead and enjoy your break, Kanako.
What a snarky attitude! Do you even know who I am? I'm the exec's daughter!
Yeah, you've mentioned that so many times. It's ringing in my ears by now.
Can't you say anything that isn't annoying? No wonder you are still just an employee at your age. What's that supposed to mean? Masato is. Could you stay quiet, newbie?
Misaki, it's fine here. Why don't you go ahead and take your break?
Understood.
Everyone in the office has learned by now not to upset her. That's why we all try to handle things calmly.
Can you put this data together right away?
Why me?
Because you ticked me off. You can finish your poor person lunch with whatever time you've got left.
Something about this made me feel uneasy.
What? Are you seriously disobeying me?
That's your task, Kanako. Not mine. I'm going to have my lunch now. Lunch is when I get my best product ideas. All I wanted was to eat my lunch in peace, but...
Do you know who you are talking to? You're fired!
Fired?
Too late to regret it now. I'm not taking it back.
Her anger was clearly off the charts. Well then, I guess I don't belong here anymore.
Wow, you're taking it pretty well. Don't tell me you were just looking for an excuse to quit because you couldn't keep up.
I just felt like there was no room for growth here.
Big talk for someone so incompetent. Now hurry up and get out.
And that's how I ended up leaving the company.
Dad, actually, one of the older guys at work said some really mean things to me. Masato didn't do anything wrong. I told you, newbie, stay out of this.
Masato, that guy. I'm gonna teach him a lesson.
But don't worry, Dad. I already kicked him out. He shouldn't be coming back to work anymore.
Oh, is that so? Haha, I was ready to let him have it. But if he's gone, I guess it's all good. That guy thought he was hot stuff just because he could do his job well. Glad to see the back of him. Where is he? We have a $300 million contract to sign today.
What?
Oh, Robin. This is bad. Masato was the one handling this deal, wasn't he?
Who's this? Oh, wow. Your eyes are blue. so jealous.
Shh, Kanako, this is the president of our major client.
Oh, I see. So who's in charge of the deal? It's gotta be Dad, right?
Well,
Masato was. He held several remote meetings with Robin and finally got the contract ready to sign.
No way! Wasn't that guy totally useless? But if that guy could handle it, then obviously my amazing dad can do it too, right?
well, yeah. As long as I just need to stamp some papers, it should be fine. Who needs him anyway?
Let's just hurry up and sign the contract already.
What are you saying? This is a $300 million contract. It'd be disrespectful to Robin if we don't take this seriously.
Ugh, she's sharp, just like Masato. No wonder she worked under him.
You are so annoying! Sorry. The person in charge isn't here right now.
What? Masato is a man of his word. He keeps his promises. Where is he? Sorry, there's been a slight incident.
Dad, you should just handle it. And if you close the $300 million deal, we'll get a bonus, right?
Well, yeah, but... Now that I think about it, all of the negotiations with Robin were in English, and I only have a level 3 English certification. I can't handle this. I'm in a hurry. Bring Masato here now. Ugh. Actually, he just up and quit, leaving all his work behind. Really? Masato did that? Yes, and we don't even know where he is. We're really in a bind here.
That's got to be a lie.
Yeah, it's true. We are stuck cleaning up the mess he left behind.
As expected, my daughter knows how to read the room. He's always been a handful. We turned a blind eye for a while, but skipping out on a contract with Robin is just too much. It's all my fault. Really. I'm so sorry.
That's terrible.
That being said, I'll be taking over the contract from now on. Could you give us a few days? I understand. I trusted Masato, so this is disappointing.
Right? We've both been betrayed, so let's commiserate together.
We'll be in touch again soon. Masato's reputation just took a major hit.
With Dad and me working together, we can fool anyone.
Phew, for a moment I thought things were gonna get out of hand, but Kanako saved the day.
Robin, right? He totally bought it, didn't he? So gullible.
This isn't right. You've painted Masato as the bad guy and tricked Robin.
Who do you think you are, girl? Know your place. Who are you to even have an opinion?
Now, see, everything's running smoothly without Masato. Let's focus on sealing the $300 million deal.
Go get him, Dad.
What's your problem? Got something to say?
We've seen how hard Masato worked to secure this contract.
So what? He's the one who bailed on it, right?
Do you honestly believe that? It was Kanako who fired him.
He had it coming for being insubordinate. Want to end up like him?
Are you saying you are going to fire me too?
You don't want to be jobless, do you? You think someone like you is gonna find another job?
That's fine with me.
What?
I was already planning to quit before you even mentioned firing me. We? Working under Masato was the only reason I stayed at this company. But now that he's gone...
What's this? So without him, you don't even know how to do your job? How pathetic!
Think whatever you like. We are done here.
Wait, hold on.
Why stop them? If the useless ones quit, we'll save on labor costs. It's all good.
It's one thing if one person quits, but if everyone leaves, we won't get anything done.
Oh, right. Okay then. Just you, the mouthy one, can leave.
With all due respect, everyone feels the same way I do. Even if you try to stop us now, no one's staying.
Stop acting like you run the place. I'm telling you to get out.
All right then.
Kanako, wait.
We can just hire new people, Dad. You're panicking over nothing.
This is turning into a huge mess. Guess I've got no choice now. Hello, it's me.
What do you want? Your daughter fired me, so I'm no longer your employee.
Hey, what's your tone? My daddy's an executive, you know?
Kanako, quiet for a moment.
Look, I'm busy, so I'm hanging up now.
Wait, we'll rehire you, so come back.
Excuse me?
As soon as you left, the employees stopped working, and I'm at my wit's end. Let's forget the issue with my daughter. Just come back to the company.
I refuse.
What did you say?
Even if I did return, nothing would change for the employees.
How can you be so sure?
Who would want to work at a place like yours, where people are belittled and hard work isn't acknowledged? I'm done with that kind of workplace.
You ungrateful fool! My dad's being generous enough to let you come back.
If I remember correctly, Kanako, you're the one who caused this whole mess in the first place.
That's only because you talked back. I just lost my temper. Whatever, don't ever show your face in front of me again.
Kanako! Cluck!
I'm so mad.
Did you just hang up?
Dad, we can totally run this company by ourselves. Those employees who quit were practically invisible anyway.
Even so, Kanako, you've never landed a single contract before, have you?
Oh, come on. I'm your daughter, Dad. I'll pick it up in no time. Trust me.
The CEO is still overseas. I wonder what he'll say when he sees the empty office.
To prove those quitters wrong, let's work hard and crush it. Yay!
Huh. After dealing with yet another exhausting call from that executive and his daughter. Masato, there you are. Robin, I'm so sorry for all the trouble. No problem. Now, about that $300 million contract. Wait, really? Yes, Masato is my most trusted partner. I want to keep doing business with you. Robin, thank you so much. Happy. Things were taking a turn I hadn't expected. Half a month later.
Hey, Dad, what are we having for lunch today?
How about a pizza party?
Awesome! And who's paying?
It's going on the company's dime. The CEO's overseas trip kept getting extended, and he's not coming back anytime soon. No annoying employees either. Life's good.
I hope he never comes back.
He's getting up there in age. It wouldn't be impossible for him to, pass away on the trip, right?
Then Dad would finally be the top dog.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Excuse me? And who might you be?
We're the subcontractors you placed an order with for parts manufacturing.
And what business do subcontractors have here?
What do you mean, what business? You can't just cancel the entire order out of the blue. We're in serious trouble.
Oh, that. Well, it couldn't be helped. The economy's tough. and our company is also struggling. Plus, your production scale is too small, so the cost efficiency just isn't there.
Yes, we're a small town factory, which is exactly why losing your orders is devastating to us.
Sorry, but we're not here to negotiate. Go home.
You can't be serious.
In reality, I've just been slacking off too much lately, and that's why profits have been down. But if I cancel these orders, we'll cut unnecessary expenses and easily cover the red ink.
We've already produced the parts. Please, you have to buy them.
You are so persistent. If your business is so fragile that it hinges on this, you must really be a weak company. We don't have a signed contract, so we are not obligated to buy anything. Now get out. You are wasting my time.
I can't believe this is happening.
The president?
And Robin. And Masato too.
Looks like you had a great time while I was away, didn't you? You drove out our talented employees and treated an important client with disrespect.
No, it's not like that.
It's Masato's fault for being so rude to me.
Rude? You joined the company after him and have little work experience. Do you really think you outrank him? How many times have we heard, my dad's an executive, right, Misaki?
Honestly, it's exhausting.
Masato, didn't you say you wanted nothing more to do with this company when I called you?
How dare you interfere now?
That was my intention, but when I saw a trusted partner being put in such dire situation, I couldn't just ignore it.
We have a strong bond of trust with Masato. That's why we knew he'd never cancel an order like this. We couldn't believe he'd do something so heartless.
That's when Masato acted quickly and brought everything to my attention.
So, after tattling to the boss, you subcontractors put on an act like you were desperate.
What a dirty trick! You were despicable!
I'm the one who asked them to do so.
So it was you sneaky rat.
I had no choice but to take this approach to expose your true nature. Sakurai, you've been pretending in front of me this whole time, haven't you?
No way.
I feel ashamed for being deceived all this time. After 70 years, I thought I'd learned how to read people, but clearly I still have much to learn.
Please, don't accuse me of deception, sir. Sure, things got a bit messy, but I'm still going to close the deal with Robin.
What? I'm not signing a contract with you. Robin has decided to sign with us instead.
What are you talking about? You were fired, so you are unemployed!
No, since the day you kicked me out, I've been working at my father's company.
Wait, you're from a wealthy family?
Losing a $300 million contract to another company. Now that's a major loss.
No.
I haven't made it public, but I've known Masato's father for a long time.
Wait, the president and Masato's father are...
One day, he asked me, could you let my son work at your company for a while? The president is incredibly skilled, and my father respects him deeply. He told me to learn from him. Of course, I gladly accepted. But now, with things ending up like this, I feel terrible for Masato. There's no need for you to apologize, President. The blame lies entirely with his father and daughter. Eek! It's not just Masato. I've also caused discomfort to the other employees, and we've embarrassed ourselves in front of Robin.
Oh, come on! It's not that big of a deal! Seems like a little princess who relies on her daddy has no grasp of the situation's gravity. What did you just say? You have no status or honor, and you are unemployed! Stop saying weird things!
Misaki and the other employees are all working at my father's company.
Huh?
My My father couldn't be happier. With such talented people joining, things are moving along smoothly. You've lost the contract and valuable employees. How do you plan to take responsibility for this? Well, we'll start ramping up our sales efforts.
You've left most of the work to others and haven't achieved much yourselves, have you?
With your track record, trying to go into sales is just going to get you turned away at the door.
Hey, I'm talking to the president here. Keep your mouth shut.
This whole mess is your fault. If you just hand over the contract and the employees, everything will be resolved.
Yes, President, it's not too late. You're close with Masato's father, right? If you sit down and talk with him directly, he'll understand.
Like father, like daughter. Your inability to admit defeat is absolutely sickening.
President? What did you just say?
I said you make my skin crawl. Seeing you two is utterly revolting.
Please calm down, President. Let's talk this out rationally.
What are you talking about? This is ridiculous. I built this company with passion, but you've corrupted it to the point where I can't even stand to look at it anymore. There's nothing more painful or heartbreaking.
President.
I too wanted to continue contributing to this company. That's why this is so unbearable. Huh. This girl, she's insufferable. Playing the saint in front of the president. It's disgusting.
When I interviewed you, your eyes were full of ambition. I hoped you'd continue to play an important role here. But I'm sorry.
The president is so gullible, falling for this little brat's words. I can't believe it.
Since I was a child, I've watched this company grow with my father. The office was always so lively, and everyone was shining with energy. But thanks to your actions, it's fallen this low. That's why it's best to shut this company down.
What? Are you serious?
Shut it down? You're joking, right?
But Dad was aiming for the top spot. Then we'd be set for life.
Kanako, be quiet already.
It seems the president has received an offer from a major overseas company. This company, and of course the employees, meant a lot to me, so I was thinking of turning it down. But this is a good opportunity. I'll move my base overseas and work as an employee. The president speaks excellent English. He'll be a big success overseas.
I think so too.
Ha ha ha. Even though I'm getting old, I'll give it my best shot. Hearing about the president's decision earlier, I thought it was a bold move. But knowing him, he'll do just fine no matter where he goes, so I wasn't worried.
Wait. What about those of us who've stuck with you until the end?
We'll be out on the street!
Stuck with me? You've just been leeching off the company. Honestly, I'd like you to repay every penny of the salary I gave you. Your actions have caused trouble for so many people and tarnished our company's reputation. I could easily file a claim for damages if I wanted to.
But please, spare us.
Dad, do something!
Even if I wanted to, there's nothing I can do to save us now.
We are both going to end up unemployed? No, I refuse to accept that.
Hey, Masato, couldn't you ask your father to take us in as employees?
That's impossible. I don't want to disrupt the company's atmosphere.
Then, President, couldn't we at least go overseas with you?
Bringing useless baggage like you along would just make them laugh. They think it's a joke, like some Japanese comedy. Stop relying on others. Clean up your own messes.
Yes, sir.
That's why your daughter ended up with such a warped attitude. When she first joined, I thought there was hope for improvement. But it's been a complete failure. Kanako will probably be a troublemaker wherever she goes.
Shut up!
That kind of language gets you 0 points. Think before you speak, especially as a working adult.
Whatever!
Hey, is dinner ready yet? Wait, no way. Kyoko, are you really gone?
What's going on?
Mom left us.
What? That's impossible! Mom would never leave me behind.
There's even a note. She must have gone back to her hometown.
I get it now. She left because Dad lost his job and she's fed up.
You say that like it's someone else's problem. Who do you think is to blame for all this? Forget it. Talking is pointless now.
After that, the fate of the executive and his daughter was quite tragic.
Ugh, what is this? It's so salty.
Can't you just eat it without complaining? I burned myself making this, and I've never cooked before.
I miss Kyoko's cooking. Please, come back to me.
Stop saying that! You're just making me feel even more miserable.
Their home life fell apart, and they spent their days wallowing in regret. And then...
What kind of work did you do at your previous job?
Well, I mostly spend my time playing mobile games or doing my nails. I can't exactly say that though. I handled audits. My father was an executive, you see.
Audits? You with hardly any work experience? Sounds more like you were just riding on your father's coattails and slacking off.
That's not true at all. Is this guy reading my mind?
Unable to do anything on her own, she tried to find a new job, but the results were a total failure. Meanwhile, as for us, yeah, I think it's perfect.
Thanks. I'll go explain it to the client right away.
I'm counting on you. Good luck. With great teamwork, we're still out here landing contracts left and right. It seems the president is off to a great start overseas. In a way, shutting down the company turned out to be a good turning point after all. Are you having trouble with something?
Hey, why are you talking to another woman when I'm right here?
Anyway, I can't trust my company that employs a man who makes my daughter cry. Therefore, I'm canceling the investment deal.
What?
How could a small company like yours possibly secure funding from Nova Corporation, a global IT giant?
Wait, the deal's off? Why? We're in the final stages of developing the game, and now you're canceling the investment? Did our company do something wrong?
It's not your company I have a problem with. It's you.
Me? Did I do something to upset the president?
I thought highly of you as a person. That's why I set up the date with my daughter, thinking you might be a good match for her. But I heard you left her alone on that date, and she ended up crying.
Are you having trouble with something?
Hey, why are you talking to another woman when I'm right here?
She just looked like she was lost, so I was just helping her out.
I heard she was a beautiful foreign woman, huh? Is that why you talked to her?
So, you left me all alone?
No, that's not it.
I was really looking forward to going on this date with you, Yoshio. But you're so mean.
Wait, those are obviously fake tears. Who could fall for this?
Oh, Reika, how terrible.
Seriously?
There. Daddy will make sure to avenge this humiliation for you.
Wait, I did leave her for a bit, but I didn't mean to hurt her.
I don't care about the details. What matters is that you ignored me to talk to some other woman. You made the person you were on a date with cry. That's just the worst. You are an enemy to all women.
Wait, what? And anyway, you weren't even crying back then.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Anyway, I can't trust a company that employs a man who makes my daughter cry, so I'm canceling the investment deal.
What?
I had high hopes for you. That's why I chose you as the potential partner for my daughter. But it's a shame.
I understand. Excuse me.
Serves you right. That's what you get for betraying my feelings. You'd better think long and hard about how to make it up to me.
Man, I never thought it would come to this. At this rate, the funding for our development is at risk. What am I gonna tell everyone at the company? Huh? A message?
Hey, Yoshio. Thanks again for helping me the other day. I'd love to thank you properly. Do you have a little time now?
Can't believe she's contacting me at a time like this. But it's not like Kate did anything wrong. Well, I guess I'm not in a rush, so I'll go.
Thanks again for your help the other day. Because of you, I made it my destination safely.
Glad to hear it. You seem much more relaxed today.
Yeah, I was almost in tears last time. I'm really bad with directions. I usually rely on a map app, but I just got to Japan, so I was completely lost. I had no idea what I was going to do.
Ah, that explains why you look so worried.
Everyone around me seemed so busy, so I didn't feel like I could ask anyone for help. So when you talked to me, I felt like you were sent from heaven.
No way, I'm just glad I could help.
By the way, is something wrong? You don't seem well. If you want to talk, I'm here.
Kate. Her gentle voice prompted me to tell her what had just happened.
That's because of me, isn't it? I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. If I had just handled things better.
By the way, Yoshio, what do you do for work?
Oh, well, my job is... Kate listened to my explanation, and she seemed to be thinking deeply about something. And then...
Hey, Yoshio, I think I might be able to help you out. Dad, has he called yet?
Called? No, nothing yet.
What? Why hasn't he contacted me at all? I can't believe it!
Well, the investment cancellation is final, you know. You should just forget about him. I'll find you another man who's more suitable for you.
No! I want to marry Yoshio. I only made such a fuss the other day to gain the upper hand.
Wait, what? You did that on purpose?
If that's the case...
Hello?
Hey, why haven't you contacted me at all?
Why? The deal's been cancelled, and based on how the date went, I didn't think continuing that would be possible either.
Don't jump to conclusions. I'm generous, so I'm willing to give you another chance.
Another chance?
That's right. If you kneel and apologize to me, I'll forgive what happened, and I'll even talk to my dad about the contract. What do you think? It's not a bad offer, right?
Huh? Why on earth would I do that?
What do you mean, why? Without my dad's investment, your company's development must be in serious trouble.
Yes, you're right. Our company was relying on your father's investment to fund our development. So when the deal got cut off so heartlessly, I felt like everything went dark. And when the reason for the cancellation turned out to be personal rather than business related, I thought I'd have to take responsibility at the company.
Exactly. So let me help you out.
No thanks.
What?
I don't think I did anything wrong. I can't continue working with a company that demands excessive apologies.
Wait, what are you saying?
I'm saying I don't need your forgiveness. The contract is off, and the matchmaking is cancelled.
What? Do you even realize what you're saying? You'll regret this.
Actually, I think you're the one who's going to regret this.
Kate?
Hey, who is this woman? Oh, hello there. Sorry about the trouble the other day. Because I got lost, I ended up taking some of Yoshio's time, and I'm really sorry about that. What? You are...
Anyway, Yoshio doesn't need you guys anymore, so please stop contacting him, okay? Bye now.
Wait a minute!
Oh, did you hang up?
Yeah, we're done here. Now, let's get back to work.
Very practical. A few months later.
Come on, Yoshio, pull harder.
Okay.
Congrats on the massive hit of the new app.
Wow, I never thought this game would blow up globally like this.
What are you talking about? A fun game is bound to be a hit. Don't tell me you didn't believe in the game's potential, Yoshio.
Of course I did. No one knows our work better than me. I also know how talented the team is. It's just that game development is tricky sometimes.
Yeah, with budget constraints, you often have to compromise, and things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
Even so, getting a game out there that perfectly matched the team's vision is all thanks to you, Yoshio.
Me? No, I didn't do anything.
Oh, don't be modest. You even got the president's award for all your hard work. Honestly, I wasn't sure how things would turn out at one point, but you really came through with that game-changing move. You're definitely a guy with luck on your side. I agree.
Come on, it wasn't just me.
Hold on. What's with this celebration?
Reika? And the president too.
Long time no see, Yoshio.
What are you doing here? We don't have any business with your company anymore. I'd like you to leave.
Now, don't be so uptight. We were considering investing in your company once, so technically, we're still sort of connected.
No, you're not.
Not at all?
Of course not. You have no ties to us anymore. What do you want?
Well, you see, I heard you guys have been doing really well lately, so I came to congratulate you or something like that.
I think I know where this is going.
Your game's been a huge hit, right? And with the anime adaptation and stage production being a success too, you must be rolling in cash. You're going to expand even more, right? You'll probably release more merchandise too.
Yeah, I guess so.
In that case, you should team up with us. Our media division is top-notch, and we could definitely help take your business to the next level.
No thanks, we're good.
What? You turned me down like you're refusing a newspaper subscription.
Well, we've already signed a contract with your competitor.
What? You've got to help me out here.
Nope, not happening.
Let me handle this, Dad. Hey, if you work with us, I'll even date you.
Yeah, I'm definitely not interested.
What? Excuse me? I just said I'd date you. Most guys would be over the moon. Oh, please, stop being so stubborn. You're still single, right?
Well, yeah, but...
Of course you are. A guy who ditches a girl on a date doesn't have a chance with anyone else but me. Nobody else would want a heartless guy like you.
Well, maybe I'll take him for myself then.
Kate?
That voice, from the phone. You are the lost girl from back then, aren't you? Yep, just figured that out. By the way, you're Japanese, right? You're messing up your own language, you know that? Huh? What the heck does that mean?
Helping someone in need isn't being cold-hearted. It's called being kind. If you wanted all his attention, you should have just said so.
What?
Anyway, forget your daughter for a second. Why are you trying so hard? You used to look down on Yoshio, and now you're trying to butter him up.
I wasn't looking down on him. I just...
Oh really? If you weren't looking down on him, you wouldn't have cancelled the deal so one-sidedly.
Ugh.
Back then, you refused to hear my side of the story and said I was untrustworthy, based only on what your daughter told you. So why are you suddenly cozying up to me now?
That's because...
It's because canceling the investment due to personal reasons is causing trouble at your shareholders' meeting, right?
How do you know that?
I have a lot of connections in the industry and word gets around. It sounds like you're in some serious hot water, huh? Canceling the investment for personal reason is bad enough, but on top of that, the project you passed on became a massive global hit. You missed out on a huge opportunity, while the mobile game you chose to invest in instead shut down yesterday, fastest in history. You won't get back the money you invested, and there's no future for it.
So that's what happened.
Come to think of it, that game released around the same time as ours and got slammed.
Yeah, I heard it was full of bugs and plagiarism claims, and the complaints came pouring in. Exactly. Thanks to that, your company's stock, which had a lot riding on it, took a nosedive. And since it was all due to your decision to pull the funding, it's no wonder people are upset. I mean, how do you explain to the executives and shareholders why you stopped the investment? There's no logical answer. After all, you can't just say you cancel it because your daughter asked you to.
Grrr.
If you hadn't cut the investment in Yoshio's company, it probably wouldn't have caused this much backlash.
You really know everything, don't you?
Impressed?
Well, I admit, canceling the investment might not have been the most rational decision. But if we hadn't backed out, you would have been strapped for cash by now. We were your biggest investor.
Exactly. The plan was for Yoshio to come crawling back to me, desperate for money.
That was your plan?
But when he didn't contact me, I had no choice but to reach out first, and then he blew me off.
I couldn't help it. By that point, we didn't need your investment anymore.
That's what I don't get. How could a small company like yours get funding from Nova Corporation, one of the biggest IT companies in the world?
Because I asked my dad. I told him a Japanese company had a really cool project and asked him to support it.
You asked him?
Yeah, my dad's the CEO of Nova Corporation.
What?
The president and Reika froze in shock. Honestly, I couldn't blame them. When I first heard it at the cafe, I thought it was a joke. But while I was still trying to wrap my head around it, Kate was already on the phone with her dad, setting up a business meeting.
When I asked him, he said he'd be happy to invest in any interesting projects. So first things first, can you get a presentation ready?
Wait a minute, this is all happening so fast. Is this for real?
The whole reason I came to Japan was to find the next big entertainment trend. Manga, anime, games. My dad and I have loved Japanese otaku culture for years. We've been inspired by so many works. That's why we want to help Japan's culture spread around the world. There are so many talented creators here, and we want to see them create with everything they've got while we enjoy the results.
I see.
When I saw how passionately you spoke about your project, I felt its potential. You can't stop here. If you develop it properly, it will become something that people all over the world will love.
Kate, I get it. I'll do it. After that, I worked with the development team to quickly pull together the presentation materials, and we flew to the US right away. The presentation at Nova Corporation was nerve-wracking, but it was a huge success. We secured a large investment deal. So, as I was saying, we no longer need your help.
What? You mean there's no room for us to get involved at all?
That's right. We've already signed a deal with another company for the domestic rollout.
And as for the global side, my dad's got it all covered.
No way.
Honestly, I had planned to ask for your help with the domestic release. You've been really helpful with our previous app development.
If that's the case, then even now.
But after you canceled the investment, that feeling disappeared completely. If there had been an issue with my work, I could have understood. But canceling the deal for such an unreasonable reason, I can't trust a company like that to be a business partner.
Ugh.
You know, you really missed out. Dropping such a promising project. For a company in entertainment, your judgment seems a little off.
I couldn't help it. I'm in charge of business, not content.
That's not the only issue. You couldn't even judge Yoshio fairly as a business partner.
That's...
Well, your poor judgment worked out for me, so thanks. I really appreciate you letting go of Yoshio. Enough with the smug comments. This is ridiculous.
Reika?
Who said I ever let him go? I never meant to. I was just trying to mess with him a little.
Mess with me?
That's right. How could he ignore me and pay attention to another woman when we were on a date? I was so focused on Yoshio, but you had the nerve to look away.
So, you ran to your dad, sabotaged me, and then tried to make me apologize? Do you not feel any remorse for that?
Well, you hurt me. It's only fair that you apologizes.
Exactly.
Wow, you really won't change your tune, huh? A daddy's girl and a self-centered father. At this point, it's almost impressive.
Yeah, I used to admire the president for his unwavering stance. But I wanted you to admit when you made a mistake. It's really disappointing.
Yoshio?
If you had shown even a little reflection on what happened, I would have considered doing business with you again. But it doesn't look like that's possible.
Not possible?
What do you mean?
It's exactly what it sounds like. From here on out, we won't be doing business with your company ever again.
What? No, please reconsider. We need your help to get through this crisis. If things stay like this, I'll be forced out as a president.
Even now, you're only thinking about yourself. It's disappointing. No wonder Reika turned out this way, growing up with a father who only cares about your own interests.
Grrr.
Reika, I apologize if I hurt you by looking away during our date, but I don't think my actions were wrong. Clearly, you don't agree, and it seems we just don't see eye to eye.
Wait, I really do love you. Sure, maybe I went a little overboard, but it's because I care about you. It was just a cute little jealous from a girl in love.
Well, when you put it that way, it's hard for me to be too harsh.
Oh my god, Yoshio, you're such a pushover. Think about it. What kind of girl in love makes the person she cares about apologize?
That's true.
Hey, don't butt in. I almost had him convinced.
Anyway, I can't accept someone who expects me to put them above helping others. Reika, do you know what's most important to our company when it comes to game development?
Why are you asking me that all of a sudden? The development funds?
What we value most is staying connected to our users. We care about all of them, whether they spend a lot of money or not at all. Of course we offer special services to those who spend, but that doesn't mean we neglect the others. Do you get it now?
Stop lecturing me already!
Guess not.
Yeah, old habits die hard, I suppose. Anyway, this is all your fault. If you hadn't shown up, none of this would have happened between me and Yoshio if it weren't for you. Oh, are we doing this now?
Whoa, stop. There was a brief scuffle, but security, who had been called by one of the employees, managed to escort the president and Reika out. After that, the president was held accountable by the other executives and shareholders for bringing his personal issues into the company and causing significant losses. He tried to scramble for funds to recover, but it didn't work, and his reputation within the company was completely destroyed. In the end, he was removed from his position as president during a shareholders meeting. Without the strength to start a new company, he now works in the company's warehouse, sorting documents while enduring being treated like a pariah. All because he let his love for his daughter cloud his judgment. As for Reika, it seems she still wasn't over me. She kept calling and emailing, even waiting outside the office to confront me, demanding we date.
How dare you dump me? Apologize. Apologize, make me your girlfriend, and I'll forgive you.
She got so obsessive that I had no choice but to report her as a stalker. Now she has a restraining order preventing her from contacting me. It's a real mystery why she was so stuck on me after treating me like she was above it all. Once word got out about the stalking incident, Reika's outrageous behavior was quickly exposed to everyone around her. As a result, she was completely abandoned by her friends and acquaintances. Now I hear she's become a total recluse, spending her days at home yelling at her father.
I'm like this because you raised me to be spoiled. It's all your fault. You better take responsibility and take care of me forever.
Reika.
Meanwhile, I've been dating Kate after her fierce approach, and our relationship has been going great. Today, I'm actually headed to meet her parents in the US for the first time. Hey, where are you right now?
Well, I was supposed to go to Narita Airport, but somehow I ended up at Tokorozawa Aviation Park.
How does that even happen? Kate's terrible sense of direction hasn't improved at all. In fact, I think it's getting worse. Looks like I'll need to keep a close eye on her to make sure she doesn't get lost.
Haruki, will you go out with me?
What? Is this really something to say at the company front desk? Oh, Haruki, what are you doing? Are you making a girl feel embarrassed like that here?
But you told me I was cute.
Manami, could you please stop getting close to my fiancé?
What?
Minako is my daughter, you know. Haruki, you're at the top of the sales chart again this month.
I'm Haruki, a salesman at Taito Real Estate. Thank you. I'll keep working hard next month too.
He's number one again. I'm second, right? What? You're second to last, not second from the top.
Come on, don't feel bad. You can try again next month.
I specialize in new builds, alright? Not like you, always dealing with second-hand homes.
He's right. I mostly deal with second-hand houses and condos. Alright, I'm heading over to Maru Maru Renovations. My specialty is making sure the total cost, including renovation, fits the client's budget. So, I was on my way to Maru Maru Renovations, a company I work closely with. Hello?
Hi, Haruki.
She is Manami, the receptionist. Rumor has it that plenty of male employees are interested in her because she's such a beauty.
Haruki, will you go out with me?
What? Is this really something to say at the company front desk? Sorry.
Is that a no?
Manami, please don't cry here. As I tried to comfort the suddenly sobbing Manami, Tamura appeared from behind something. Aw, Haruki, what are you doing? Are you making a girl feel embarrassed like that here?
But Haruki, you told me I was cute.
What? I never said that.
You did. Why aren't you lying?
No, I didn't. We've never even met outside of work. Geez, making a client's receptionist cry? That's pretty low, Haruki. I would never do that. Seeing Tamura's smug face reminded me of something. That game he always plays with the younger employees at office parties. Manami, did you maybe lose a game with Tamura?
What? How do you know about that?
So this is just a penalty game, isn't it?
No, it's not. I really like you, Haruki.
Tamura, is that what's going on? When I turned around, he was already gone. He's quick to run away. Watching his retreating figure, I was convinced my guess was right. Manami's confession was part of the penalty game he set up.
Is something going on?
Minako, the manager at Maru Maru Renovations, showed up. She's a brilliant woman who became a department head at 40, just like me. Hello, Minako.
Oh, Haruki. It sounded a little noisy just now.
It's nothing. I was just chatting with Haruki.
Is that so?
Yes, just some small talk. I came to discuss the renovation at the Suzuki residence today.
Got it. Let's talk over there.
So I started my meeting with Minako. Meanwhile, back at my company. See, Haruki's awful. He played around with the client's receptionist, then dumped her the moment she got serious. If that's true, I won't stand for it. Right? The manager believed Tamura's story, and as soon as I returned to the office, I was called in. Haruki, what do you plan to do about the situation with the receptionist at Maru Maru Renovations? That's a misunderstanding. I've only ever seen her at the front desk. We've never met outside of work. Is that true? Tamura's the one who said that, right? He's making it up. All right, I'll ask him. Then he showed up. You're saying I'm lying? Haruki, just admit it already. Those words apply to you. Stop making stuff up. Why don't we ask the person in question which one of us is lying? So, the manager called Maru Maru Renovations and Manami came over to our office. Sorry to have you come all the way here. I'd like to ask you about this situation.
What Tamura said is true.
What? See?
Haruki and I were dating, but then he suddenly broke up with me, saying things like it was just for fun. You didn't actually think I was serious, did you? It was so cold. I was heartbroken.
What a jerk, Haruki. Poor Manami. That's not true. Manami and Tamura are conspiring against me. At this point, that's a pathetic excuse. You're making yourself look bad. If you cause a problem with a client's employee, there's no way we can let that slide, Haruki. You're suspended. Stay at home for a while. What? Suspension is too easy on him, don't you think? Isn't that a little soft? During your suspension, think carefully about your next steps. If you want to submit your resignation, I'll accept it. Resignation? If I quit, I'll still get my severance, right? The boss is way too nice. If it were me, I'd fire him on the spot. Don't get cocky. Since when did you become the boss, Tamura? I'm sorry. In the end, I couldn't clear up the misunderstanding, and I had no choice but to accept the suspension. While I was brooding at home, I got a call on my phone. It's from Minako.
Haruki, I heard you got suspended.
Suspension is just a nice way of saying they want me to quit.
What do you mean?
I told her everything that had happened. Do you really think I played around with Minami?
Of course not. I know you better than that.
Thanks, Minako.
This might be a good opportunity. Why don't you come work at my company? We've been needing a boost in the sales department, and you'd be a great fit.
I was happy with her offer, but I couldn't make a decision right away. Let me think about it a little more.
I understand, but I'm serious about this.
The next day, just before noon, I got another call. It's from Tamura? Why him?
Haruki, get to the office.
What are you talking about? I'm still on suspension.
I talked to the boss and he lifted the suspension. Just get over here now.
I didn't know what was going on, but I headed to the office anyway. But by then, I had already made up my mind. When I arrived, Tamura shoved 3 sets of documents in my face.
These clients.
For Mr. Sato, Mr. Suzuki, and Mr. Yamada? What about them? They're all my clients, but none of the deals have been finalized yet. Since I got suspended, he took over.
They all said they won't sign unless it's with you. So go talk to them and seal the deals.
Well, no, I can't do it. I'm quitting this company. After thinking it over during my suspension, I've decided to resign. Thank you for everything.
Fine if that's your decision. No, he can't leave. At least not until these 3 deals are done. You took over those clients, so you handle it.
I can't. All 3 of them said they'll only work with Haruki.
That's your job to figure out, Tamura.
Haruki, you know it's tough finding a new job in this market.
If you handle these deals, I'll talk to the boss about canceling your resignation.
Oh, I'm not worried. I've already got a job offer.
No way. Where?
Maru Maru Renovations, actually.
I knew it. I always thought you were up to something.
Up to something? What are you talking about?
You always gave Maru Maru all the renovation jobs. That's proof you were in cahoots with them. How much kickback were you getting?
I wasn't getting any kickbacks. I gave them the jobs because they do great work.
This guy's been in cahoots with Maru Maru. Shouldn't we switch renovation companies? The renovation companies are up to the discretion of each sales rep. If you want to switch, go ahead. Got it. Let's see which renovation company to use.
Tamura started searching for renovation companies on his computer, no longer paying any attention to me. I said goodbye to the manager and left the company. Even though I told Tamura that, I hadn't actually decided to join Maru Maru Renovations yet. What should I do? Since Minako said she'd wait for me, I decided to take some time at home to think it over. At that time, complaint calls were ringing off the hook at Taito Real Estate.
Tamura, we got another complaint. What's going on with that renovation company you picked? It's all shoddy work.
I'm so sorry. I'll find another company right away.
There's no need. Just go with Maru Maru Renovations like we always do.
But I thought Haruki was too close with them.
The investigation team found no such thing. Now, get out there and fix this.
Yes, sir. Hello, this is Tamura from Taito Real Estate. Would like you to handle the renovations for some of our properties.
Isn't Haruki still with you?
I'm sorry, but he has resigned for personal reasons. I'll be taking over from him.
That's not what I've heard. I'll only work with him.
You idiot. If Marumaru's manager says that, go and bring him back. Yes, sir. A week after I submitted my resignation, Tamura showed up at my house. You haven't joined Marumaru yet, right? No, not yet. Then come back to Taito. Marumaru's manager says they won't work with anyone but you. There are plenty of other renovation companies, right? It has to be Marumaru. That's a direct order from the manager. That's a tough situation, but I'm not a Taito employee anymore. I'm not coming back. Even when I'm begging you? No matter what you say, I'm not going back. Fine, I won't ask again. But you'll regret this. I won't let you off easy. He headed to Manami's place. Manami, do whatever it takes to seduce Haruki.
What? It didn't work last time, and I can't pull it off.
I don't care. Just make it happen, no matter what.
He says that, but can I really seduce Haruki? If I don't try, Tamura will be mad. Wait, is that Haruki? Maybe this is my chance?
Hello?
Hi, Haruki.
I'm supposed to meet with Minako.
Let me see. If I let this chance slip away, I'll have no other options.
Excuse me, Manami?
I'm in a tough spot. Please help me, Haruki.
Could you let go of my arm first?
Please help me.
Manami, could you stop getting close to my fiancé?
What?
Ignoring the confused Manami, Minako turned to me.
Shall we go?
Are we going somewhere?
Yes. Manami, you're coming too.
Where?
To Taito Real Estate.
With that, Minako led Manami and me to Taito Real Estate. Meanwhile, at Taito Real Estate, Tamura, come with me. Where to? To the CEO's office. What? Why? The CEO asked you to be brought in. Why? May I come in? I've brought Tamura. Haruki, Manami, and even Minako. What's going on? Tamura, don't be rude. Greet them first. I'm sorry. I'm Tamura from the sales department. So you're Tamura. I've been looking at some recent data and noticed something concerning. You were always near the bottom in performance, but lately you haven't closed any deals at all. That's because of Haruki. He suddenly quit, and I've been too busy cleaning up his mess to focus on sales. Is this true? No, that's not true at all. It's not? Not at all. Haruki was an outstanding salesman. I deeply regret that a misunderstanding led him to resigning. Well... Haruki handed over his clients properly. It's Tamura who dropped the ball, failing to close the new deals, and that's why we're in this mess. But before, even with poor performance, he was still closing some deals. Why can't he get any now? Upon investigation, it seems Haruki had been helping him behind the scenes. I see. So without Haruki, he's incapable of closing deals on his own. Looks like sales isn't for him. No, I'll do better from now on. Just please let me stay in sales. Actually, there's someone else I need to report to the CEO. Recently, he's been working with a company called Sankaku Renovations. And it seems he's been receiving improper kickbacks from them. Was he taking kickbacks? I wasn't taking any kickbacks. Don't lie, we have the proof. If anyone's guilty of that, it's Haruki. He's been in cahoots with Marumaru Renovations the whole time. Me? In cahoots with who? Maru Maru renovations, of course. You're close with Minako, right? You must be getting kickbacks too. Minako, is that true?
I won't deny we are close, but I've never taken or given any kickbacks.
You're almost too much of a neat freak. Let me explain. Minako is my daughter. Are you accusing her of wrongdoing? No, sir. I'm terribly sorry. Please, forgive me. There's a reason for this misunderstanding. You see, it's because of Manami. She works at the front desk at Maru Maru, and she told me that Haruki was getting kickbacks. I believed her.
I never said that. That's awful, Tamura.
First, you blame Haruki, and now you're pinning this on Manami? You're the worst.
No, it's not a lie. Manami really said that.
You were terrible. I only tried to seduce Haruki because you told me to.
So that's what's going on.
I'm sorry, Haruki. That confession I made at the front desk, it was part of a penalty game. I lost the game with Tamura, and he told me I had to confess to you.
I figured as much. It was just a little fun. You're really taking it too seriously. Where's your sense of humor?
Making a girl confess in public is supposed to be funny? I don't see the humor in that at all.
Sure, that was a penalty game. But yesterday, you seriously told me to seduce Haruki, didn't you?
What exactly were you planning? I was just joking.
That's so mean! I was trying so hard!
At that moment, a woman entered the CEO's office. The receptionist introduced her as Tamura's wife. You!
I apologize for the sudden intrusion. I'm Takako Tamura, Tamura's wife.
What are you doing here? This is my office. Go home.
I'm not going anywhere until I've said what I came to say. If you've got something to say, go ahead.
Of course.
You've been cheating, haven't you? I have proof. The other woman is the receptionist at Maru Maru Renovations.
It was a mistake. She came on to me. I didn't mean it. I wasn't serious about her.
What's that supposed to mean? You told me your marriage was over, that you were about to get divorced.
Wow, you're a mess in your personal life too, huh? It just keeps getting worse. Take a look at this. It's data our accountant found. Tamura, have you been embezzling company funds?
Embezzling? Why would you do that?
Probably to pay off his debts. We've been receiving piles of collection notices at home.
No.
You promised me you'd never gamble again. Do you remember what I said would happen if you broke that promise?
Please, just spare my life.
Don't worry. I don't want to go to jail. I'll settle for sending you to the hospital.
Please forgive me. I'm begging you. Excuse me, but could you take this domestic drama outside the office? What are you talking about, CEO? Embezzlement is a serious crime. We need to call the police. You're right. I'll call them now.
Wait a second! Before you take him to the police, give me my money back.
What?
The money we were going to use to get married. We're breaking up, so give it back.
You loaned him money?
I don't want to hear that from you. I'm breaking up with him, so I'm just another person, but you're still his wife. If he gets arrested, you'll be known as the wife of a criminal.
I'm definitely getting a divorce, and I'll be expecting a nice settlement. Thank you very much.
Women are tough. Boss, we should take a page from their book. We should fire Tamura before he gets arrested. You're right. Take care of the paperwork. Doesn't anyone here have my back?
This is your own fault.
And so, Tamura was arrested by the police. Takako headed to the city office to start her divorce proceeding.
I guess it's time for me too. Oh, wait! Minako, didn't you say Haruki was your fiancé? That was a joke, right?
No, it's true. He's my fiancé.
Yeah, that's right.
So he was telling the truth? You two are.
We weren't in cahoots or anything. It just happened that way.
As I met with Minako for work meetings, one thing led to another.
Exactly. Besides, my father is the CEO of Tato Real Estate. Why would I need to be in cahoots with him?
I thought that was strange too. You and the CEO have different last names.
My parents are divorced. I was raised by my mother, so I took her name.
Even after the divorce, family is still family. We never missed our monthly meetups. That's when I introduced Haruki.
Wait, your mother is?
The CEO of Maru Maru Innovations. Why?
Both of your parents are CEOs? Your parents are both CEOs? And I was trying to get with your fiancé?
If you had genuinely fallen in love with him, I might have let it slide. Love can't be controlled. But since it was all part of a scheme, I can't forgive that.
Am I fired?
Not quite. But since you represent the company as a receptionist, we'll be reassigning you.
All right, I'll leave now.
Now, Haruki, about your resignation. It's still pending. If you want, I'll tear it up. I'd really like you to stay in sales.
Dad, don't take him from me. I want him to join our sales team.
He's irreplaceable for Tato Real Estate. I can't let him go.
You wanted to fire him.
Sorry, but before this turns into a family argument, shouldn't we ask Haruki what he wants? Good point.
You're right.
Well, I'd like to stay with Tato Real Estate.
Haruki!
Sorry, Minako, but I really want to stay in real estate sales. Renovations are tempting, but I want to find houses and have you renovate them. That's my ideal.
I understand. Dad, you'd better take good care of him. If anything like this happens again, I'll make sure Maru Maru steals him away.
And so, the whole ordeal finally came to an end. That night, Minako and I celebrated with a toast.
Cheers!
Phew! This was quite the mess, but I'm glad it's all sorted now.
Are you really glad everything worked out? You weren't a little shaken when Manami was coming on to you?
No way!
I mean, she's cute, right? Maybe deep down, you were a little flattered.
Not at all. It was obvious she was acting. And besides, she's not my type.
Oh yeah? Then what is your type?
A smart, capable, tsundere beauty.
You are so cute.
Maybe it's time we get married.
What kind of half-hearted proposal is that?
I was planning to ask earlier, but I lost the chance with all the chaos. Minako, will you marry me?
Of course. Yes, I'll marry you.
Manami's new assignment was working in the Maru Maru renovations warehouse.
The work is hard. I'm surrounded by middle-aged men, and I'm getting paid less. It's way too heavy. I can't do this. Oh no, my nail's chipped. I'm done with this.
Meanwhile, look at Tamura. He was arrested, but an employee became charged with embezzlement would hurt the company's image. We're dropping the charges.
The CEO decided not to press charges, but
He's still fired for misconduct.
jobless, Tamura now spends his days at the unemployment office. But no company is willing to hire someone who was fired for misconduct. Tamura's been getting by with day labor jobs.
I've got to pay back the money I embezzled, the credit card loans. Maybe I can dodge what I owe Manami, but I have to pay Takako the eliminate, or my life's in danger. Ugh, I don't know what to do anymore.
With a mountain of debt and unable to pay rent, Tamura's been sleeping in the park.
Jail would have been better than this. Officer, please arrest me.
So Minako, I found the perfect place for us. It's close to both of our offices, has a yard, and is only 10 years old.
Is it a second-hand home?
Yeah, but would you have preferred something new?
Oh, new homes are boring. Renovating a second-hand house is way more fun. Leave the renovation to me.
Of course.